Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmore here once again. My fourth and final video of the night, right here on Kill a Demon 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like this video. Hit that subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Hit that bell. Turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. And hopefully YouTube can send them out. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright. In the description box below is my last three videos, my AEW and my NXT reviews. Check them out on the Peter Gilmore YouTube wrestling channel. And check out TGC 160 on TGC Reborn, the latest edition of the Gilmore Chronicles, my NXT TakeOver Portland predictions. Check them out. Give them some love. Leave a cool comments, questions, whatever you want. And that'll be it. That's all I gotta say about that. My allergies are still kicking up. I think I'm getting a cold because I got a wheezing cough. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, on my fourth video of the night on the Kill a Demon 669 channel, it is time for your late night Smackdown review for Valentine's Day, February the 14th, 2020, Vancouver, British Columbia, Alright, Smackdown tonight, we had Hulk Hogan brother giving us an interview. We had Bayley defending the women's title against Carmella. And Otis and Mandy Rose Valentine's Day date. Say that 5 times fast. See if Otis can get a sweet peach ass, if you know what I mean. Oh. The show was kind of horrible, but it is what it is. Just another Smackdown. It's just like they're throwing episodes out at us. Just throwing everything they have at us. They don't give a shit. Like, oh, we'll do this. We'll put this person in a match with this person every freaking week, and we don't give a shit what you think. That's what it is. That's what Raw SmackDown suck. Raw and SmackDown fucking suck. And NXT is the only saving grace, and they're not even getting good ratings. 726,000 views? Come on. They're getting obliterated by AEW right now. The WWE stock has gone down a lot. The only saving grace they have maybe is the XFL, because that's actually doing good in this first week. I know they got tomorrow, the week 2 tomorrow. I'm going to actually watch the Guardians play tomorrow. The Guardians against DC tomorrow on Channel 7. I'm going to actually watch some of that game. I got the day off. It is what it is, so got that. But even the XFL can't save the WWE right now. You know. But the XFL did pretty well in this first week, and we'll see what happens this week and in the following 8 weeks. After this week, 8 weeks left, because I got a 10-game season, and then the playoffs, and then the XFL championship game. So, see what happens with that. Anyway, let's get to SmackDown, and we start off with a moment of bliss with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Come out. They talk celebrity crushes. Nikki Cross said her celebrity crushes. Alexa Bliss's celebrity crushes Brad Pitt. Okay. She meant to say Brad Pitt, and Alex like, you're right, bestie. Give me a hug. Bayley, don't give me a hug. So she brings out Carmella. Comes out strutting her stuff, and Alexa congratulates her on the win last week, getting the title shot. And Carmella says she loves surprises and plans to win the belt tonight. She says, Mella is money. Then Alexa asks her about the recent drama on social media and their past friendship. Carmella says Sasha changed Bayley and is hurt that she lost their friendship. Happens. Then Bailey comes out and she's like, I'm tired of this crap. Wah, wah, wah. And she said that's not enough. All the sheep are riled up. She's always pitied Carmella and tried to take her under her wing. She calls her a loser and then mocks Alexa and Nikki. And she says nobody can touch her. And I was like, well, let's do this. So we get that, and then we get to the match. So I gave the first segment 2.25 out of 5 stars. That's what it was. I thought the match was going to happen later, but it happens now. So we get to the match. Match was actually pretty decent. It was. We start off with a lockup. Bailey back elbow. Carmella fires back, grounds and pounds a little bit. Bailey fights to the feet, and Carmella grounds and pounds again. And Bailey makes the ropes. This falls with some strikes. She starts talking some shit. Carmella comes back with a drop kick for a near fall. Bailey cuts her off, covers for a near fall. But working in the corner, and Bailey hits a Saito suplex. And goes up top, goes for the high cross body, misses it, and then Carmella hits a super kick. And that gets a near fall. And then she follows with a suicide dive to the outside. They bring her back in. Carmella goes up top, hits a high cross body for a near fall. Bailey then cuts her off on the floor as we go to break. Come back, Bailey has a ground and pound. Carmella fights up and fires up. She follows some kicks, some clotheslines, hits a Hurricane Rana, and then a Bronco Buster, the Pussy Buster. I digress. Carmella maintains control until Bailey connects with a Bailey to belly for a near fall. She argues with the ref on a slow count. She goes for the knee strike, missed it, and gets dumped to the outside. Stuns Carmella off the ropes. They go up top, Carmella cuts her off, and she hits an avalanche Hurricane Rana for a near fall. Follows up with some cradles for near falls a little bit. And then Carmella hits the super kick. But she couldn't capitalize as Bailey goes to the floor. Carmella follows her out and gets sent into the ring post. Go back in, Carmella knocks in the code of silence. Looks like Bailey's about to tap, but Bailey counters out, pins her using the ropes to win with a stacked pin. But Bailey cheated to win once again. It is what it is. She's still the champ. She's still the champ, but she's still boring. She's boring. I just can't wait till Naomi beats her at well, I'll get to that in a minute. I just hope Naomi wins. That's what I was saying. But Bailey gets the win. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. Afterwards, Bailey lays out Carmella again. And then Naomi with her new pink attire and her pink afro out. And she and Carmella take out Bailey as Bailey goes to the back. So that was that. Now, guess what that leads to, my friends? What? I think you know. All I gotta say about that. So we see what happens with Bailey, Carmella, and Naomi. Going to next week, we'll see. Then we find out that King Corbin has been fined and banned from the show because he attacked a WWE employee. I thought he got fined and suspended for something else, and it was actually legit. But they were playing it off like, Corbin got suspended. He can't compete. He's actually gonna be there. Further this stupid freaking storyline with Roman Reigns. Here's what it is. All right, then we go backstage. Kayla Braxton comes in and interviews Bailey. Says there was no controversy. She won. She will defend at Super Showdown against anyone, and nobody can touch her. Yeah, that's it. So we'll see what happens and who her challenger will be at Super Showdown in 13 days. And we'll see what happens, and that's it. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, they talk about Lacey Evans a little bit. They tell a story about her on the day of the Rumble. And She says she put a fan letter in her boot and she carries them as a motivational tool. And she's gonna return next week for a interview. So good, that's nice. That's nice that Lacey was doing that for the fans and everything, because she's pumped up by the fans. She's a true American, a real American, brother. And we'll see what Lacey has to say next week. And that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. Oh, I didn't read that. All right, then we see Otis preparing for his date with Mandy Rose in the back. He's combing his hair, getting ready. And then he texts her and says, I don't know what he texted her. I think he said, I'm going to be late. You can't be late for Mandy Rose. Are you nuts? Come on now. Come on, Otis. You're my boy and everything. Come on now. Get it together, man. I know you're nervous because you're seeing a hot ass fucking bitch. But come on. Get it together, man. So Tucker calms him down as Otis wonders if Mandy loves him. She might. We'll see. I give that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to your suck match of the week. Sheamus taking on Apollo Crews and Chad Gable in a 2-on-1 handicap match. Boring as fuck. Gable and Apollo attack him right at the bell. And he hits rolling Liger kicks. Crews comes in, he follows with a drop kick. And he and Gable continue to double team Sheamus until Sheamus takes down Gable. Follows with the Boog! Clubbing blows in the ropes. Gable fires back, Sheamus fights him off. And then Crews comes in and Gable blind tags in, takes Sheamus to the floor. Apollo Crews hits a moonsault. And then he go back in, Gable hits a missile dropkick. Crews hits the standing shooting star press for a near fall. And then Sheamus sends him into the ring post, dumps Chad Gable to the outside, and then finishes Apollo Crews with a brogue kick. And that's it. So Sheamus once again beats Shorty G, and now he takes care of Apollo Crews Catering. Nobody cares about Apollo Crews anymore. She sent him back to NXT. Get repackaged or something, I don't know. Just get him out of WWE, please. He was good as Uhaa Nation and PWG, and when he came over to WWE, he just fell flat on his ass. Sucked in NXT. Sucked in WWE. The thing with Titus O'Neil, and that was it. Nobody cared. What's Titus O'Neil doing? Catering. Nothing. He's done nothing. Just being a little Roma, the best daddy in the world or some shit like that. Nobody gives a fuck about Titus O'Neil anymore. Or Apollo Crews. Get him off my TV. That's all I gotta say about that. So I gave the match 1.5 out of 5 stars. Didn't care. Did not give 2 shites about it. And that's that. Alright, then we see Carmella walking backstage. Caleb Braxton up to her. And basically, Carmella demands a rematch. Because, yeah, she got cheated. What are you gonna do? So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then they have a hype video for Goldberg! As he's getting ready to face Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, at Saudi Mania or Super Showdown 2. Super Showdown 3. I'll get it out of my mouth. God damn it. He said. But it is what it is. So we get that. Joe Goldberg winning the Universal title from Brock Lesnar and blah. And his dominance, blah blah. Nobody gives. And who cares? And that leads into Michael Cole interviewing Hulk Hogan, brother. He joins us via satellite from his beach house. I don't know where he was. I think he was in his home in Tampa. I know he lives in Tampa. With his beach store or whatever. Hulk Hogan's beach house or whatever the fuck it's called. I actually want to go there. Just to look at it. And if Hogan's there, I'll say, hey, what's up, brother? Mm-hmm. Brother, let me tell you something, brother. Dude. Okay, that's enough the Hulk Hogan impression for tonight. That's all I can say about that. And so he starts off with, let me tell you something, brother. It was all hyped about becoming a 2-time Hall of Famer with the NWO this year in the Hall of Fame. By the way, the Hall of Fame is now looking like it's going to be the NWO, Batista. Well, not Batista. It was, I think Batista. And that there are rumors of the Bella Sluts. And maybe British Bulldog. Please! I know WWE wants them so bad now. They're actually saying, oh, we want the British Bulldog in now. Yeah, 10 years too late, you idiots! Why don't you put Owen Hart in there? But we can't do that because of Martha Hart. That dumb fucking cunt. God damn. Get over it, Martha, please. Been what? 12, going on 12 years since Owen died? Jesus Christ. We're gonna get another Randy Savage. He's not gonna go in for, like, well, Randy Savage went in, like, 10 years later, but, 5-10 years later. Before, I forgot what year he went in. I think it was 2012 or 2014, something like that. That took a long time for Randy to get in. Look how long it's been since Miss Elizabeth. She's not in yet. And she died, like, way long ago. I just don't know why the Bella Sluts of all people to get in before Miss Elizabeth, before Molly Holly, before, before Victoria, Tara, whatever I call her. Before people, like, people before them, before, like, all the people from the Jumping Bomb Angels should be in before the Bella Sluts, in my opinion. The fucking Hall of Fame is a fucking joke. They put in some good people, then they just throw random fucking people that have been in the company for about 5 years, and they're like, oh, you're Hall of Fame worthy. We're gonna give you the Hall of Fame ring. Beth Phoenix. Fuck that bitch. I can't believe she's in. Alright, that's my rant. I'm going off on a tangent. I don't want to go there anymore. So, that's it. So, Hogan hypes his Hall of Fame induction. Then they ask him about Goldberg versus The Fiend. And Hogan says he felt Goldberg's power, but he also knows The Fiend. How do you know him? Anyway. And then we see Bray Wyatt interrupt Hogan with the FFS logo in NWO style. It was fucking funny. He starts mimicking Hogan. Like, we don't touch some brother. It was funny as fuck. He says he's followed Hogan's advice, train, say your prayers, and believe in Hulk Hogan, and became champion. Hogan chuckles at it and wishes him luck against Goldberg. Bray warns Hogan that there's always room for one more on his wall, and they show a picture with his eyes X'd out. Maybe that's foreshadowing, I don't know. My question is, why would you have Hogan, of all people, Hogan, be the hype man for Goldberg? And Goldberg's supposed to be on the show next week to probably get beat down by the Fiend. Maybe beat up the Fiend, who knows? It's gonna be in Phoenix, Arizona next week. How do you get Hogan as the hype man? Okay. I'll allow it. Okay. They just wanted Hogan on the show to get ratings. Didn't work. Didn't work, brother. The whole thing with Bray Wyatt was fucking funny. The whole NWO skit, like skit with the logo, and they had Husky the Pig eating chocolate. That was pretty funny. And so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens with Goldberg next week on the program. Has to say, do whatever. So as we get closer and closer to their showdown at Super Showdown 3 on the 27th of February, and we get that. All right, then we get a segment with Sami Zayn and Cesaro. They're in the ring. Sami has a ukulele. Cesaro has a cowbell. We need more cowbell! So they're trying to mock mock Elias, his, strumming and shit. So, get that. They're holding a protest due to the injustice against them, and then Elias comes out strumming his guitar, and he's here to stop the madness. He says Sammy's trying to make his name off of him, and Sammy tells him to shut up. So Elias says, I'm staging a counter protest, and Sammy tells him to come into the ring. So he gets in the ring. He has security guards like 2 security guards out with him. 2? It looked like 3, but 4. I don't know how many. I only saw 2 in the front of the ring, but I didn't see the other 2, 3, whatever. So he gets in the ring, and then Sam and Cesaro start performing. But the crowd shuts him up with, "Oh, walk with Elias!" And then they started, "We want cowbell." Fans are fucking nuts. Fucking marks, all of them. Anyway, they try again. Cesaro goes wild with the cowbell. And the crowd chants more cowbell, but Cesaro throws it away to the floor. So the crowd starts chanting for Elias, drowning out Sami Zayn from his little singing, whatever he's doing. Sammy threatens to end the concert, which gets cheers like, "Yeah! End it, you suck!" And Sammy then starts cutting a heel promo on hometown of the home on Vancouver as Elias attacks him. They cut him off and start beating him down, and then Strowman comes out to make the save, chases them away while running over the security geeks. Then he takes one of the geeks, throws him way over the top rope into the floor and onto the other security guards. Wow. I mean, he threw him 10 feet in the air, at least. And that's it. Braun and Elias stand tall. And guess what that means, my friends? A tag team match next week, player. You know it's coming. You know it's coming next week. Smart. That's what being a fan since 1979 tells you. You know these things in wrestling. You know what happens. And knowing the WWE like I do and watching this fucking product for the last, since the PG era started, well, since the Attitude Era and the Golden Era, since watching it for so fucking long, you know what's coming. And the way that it's been for the last couple years now, pathetic and predictable. It's gonna be a tag match next week. Braun and Elias against Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura, since Sami Zayn can't compete. That's it. That's it. So I gave that segment 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. Alright, then we see Naomi back. Kayla's once again there. And it's about Bayley. She wants a title shot. So, we'll see what happens with that. That she's never beat her. Blah, blah, blah. Same thing we've heard last week. That's it. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, then we get a little video of John Cena, who's returning in 2 weeks on February the 28th, the day after Super Showdown. So we'll see what happens with him. And guess what I think he's gonna do? He's gonna challenge the winner of the Goldberg Bray Wyatt match at WrestleMania, and probably win his 17th world title. Break Ric Flair's record. Yep. It's gonna suck, people. It's gonna suck. And look at that WrestleMania. It's gonna suck. Except for maybe Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. That's it. And Becky and Shayna Baszler. That's it. That's the only 2 matches I actually want to see. Anything else, I don't care. But Drew McIntyre and Brock. That's 3 matches I actually want to see. Everything else, I don't care. Whatever it comes up to be in the next month or so. We don't care. If it's good, it's good. If it's not good, I don't give a shit. Like I said, but said WWE is so predictable. Just throw people in matches. It's garbage. Yeah, but we see Cena in 2 weeks to get ratings. Whoop-de-damn fucking do. Don't give a crap. And that's pretty much it. Alright, then we find out that at Super Showdown, Bayley will defend her women's title. So they're going to have another women's match in Saudi Arabia. So maybe the Saudi Prince actually has a heart. They're letting women actually fight and show some skin. Well, not show some skin. I think they'll be... Well, Naomi will probably be with a shirt. And Bayley will be in her shirt and tights and shit. Not going to show too much skin. It is what it is. So Bayley's going to face the winner of Carmella versus Naomi next week. Which I think Naomi's going to win. But we'll see what happens. And that's pretty much it. Then we find out, like I mentioned, Goldberg will be on the show next week. Probably to bore us half to death. And that's pretty much it. And that's it. Alright, then we get to what's really mattered for this show. Date time with Mandy and Otis. A video recap of the relationship so far. Mandy giving him a cake. Otis giving her a fruit cake. Otis saving her at the Royal Rumble. Catching her on Smackdown a couple weeks ago. And then, like, Sonya Deville's like, what are you seeing this guy? Well, I think he's kind of a sweet guy. You get that. Alright, so Otis comes in to this makeshift restaurant. And he's all ready. Got some flowers. He's in his vest and stuff. Hair slicked back. He's all ready to go. He asked the I guess the maitre d' or whatever, the guy at the counter, whatever it was. I'm here for the peach or something like that. He said, eat his peach. So the guy goes, right this way, sir. So Otis is about to go in. He hesitates for a minute. Stops. Hesitates again. Then he finally goes in. And then we see Mandy by herself. And then a hand comes over her shoulder. She thinks it's Otis. She looks up. It's Dolph Ziggler! Ah! I don't even have a Book of Doom to do this. Actually, maybe I do. Hold on. Here it goes. Well, it's the Envelope of Doom. So he's there, walks up and cock blocks Otis. Otis comes in, sees him having dinner, and he just drops his flowers and is heartbroken. Fuck you, Dolph Ziggler, you tiny crooked penis cockhead. I wanted this to work so bad. I wanted Otis to, have a nice dinner with Mandy, maybe get a nice smoochie with her. I don't know. But come on, fucking cock blocked him. Now he's gonna feel heartbroken. Mandy's gonna come out next week saying, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, and then Otis like, well, why didn't you be with Dolph Ziggler? Maybe Mandy turns heel and goes with Ziggler. I mean, they want to do a love story with Otis. I mean, what are you going to do now? If Mandy's doing this thing, with Dolph Ziggler of all fucking people. I mean, what are you going to do? I don't understand this. I mean, it's heartbreaking for Otis, and I feel bad for him. He missed out on a nice piece of ass. But, you get cock-blocked, what are you going to do? That's happened to me before. I know how you feel, Otis. I know how you feel. I've been cock-blocked before. It wasn't the first time. Many times I've been cock-blocked. I'm a fucking nice guy. I wanted some hot pieces of asses. My friends took the girl, man. Fucking fucked me over. And I was heartbroken. I got pissed. I said, "Why'd you take my girl? I was ready to ask her out and all this other stuff, bang her and fuck her and do whatever the hell I wanted to do with her. You fucking cock blocked me. Now I'm not your friend." Then they try to cheer me up with bringing girls over and and then the girls like playfully play with me and all that shit, lap dancing and you know hickeys and shit. I got a hickey once from this hot fucking Puerto Rican chick. Her name was Sue, by the way. I don't know what happened to her, but I got a fucking hickey up the wazoo on my over here. Fucking hurt as hell, as hickeys do. Yeah. You know, I wanted to fucking bang the chick, and what happens? My friend's cousin takes over. You know? And I was shy at the time. This is back when I was like 20 something, 18 to 20 something, around that time, almost in my 20s. I know what heartbreak feels like. I know. I mean, I dealt with it with my ex girlfriend. We had a fight. This is around the time that I was upstate in New York, and blah blah blah. Long story short, I went out to get some fresh air because I was pissed at the time. Come back, I see my then girlfriend with another guy in our bed. They didn't do fucking or anything. They were just together. So I kind of knew what was going on. I said, "I'm out. Fuck that." That's what Otis should do. Say, "Fuck Mandy Rose, go with somebody else." But I don't know what they're gonna do here. This like now it's like another love triangle, if you will. You know, you had Lana, Rusev, and Bobby Lashley. Now we got Otis, Dolph Ziggler, and Mandy Rose. And I don't know what's gonna come of this next week. But Otis is pissed. I would beat the living Jesus out of Dolph Ziggler next week. That's what I would do. And then tell Mandy to hit the bricks. That's just me. So I gave that whole thing 2.25 out of 5 stars. And just a shame for Otis and Dolph Ziggler. You can rot in hell. That's it. Fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, then we get to the end of the night. You have The Miz and John Morrison taking on Roman Reigns and a partner of his choosing. But before we get to the match, you see Miz and Morrison cutting a promo. They run down the Usos for not being there since they can't get into Canada because of the DUI arrest. Ha ha! And they say that they have Reigns fighting the battles for him and blah blah blah. And they claim that they are the greatest tag team of the 21st century. I don't know what they started this thing, and then the Iconics ripped it off. Even though the Iconics I think do it way better. I miss the Iconics. I hate to say it, I don't like them that much, except when they do Iconic. That's the only part I like. They're getting repackaged. I don't know when they're coming back. I don't, and I would put them back in NXT. If they're gonna come back to the WWE, the only thing you're gonna do is thrust them into the women's tag team division again. Maybe give them the belts for the second time, or it's half to death again. And you only got 2 tag teams. You only got 2 tag teams in that division. Asuka and Kairi Sane are the champs, and you got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross as their competitors. Or you put Becky and Charlotte together, which didn't work. That TLC match didn't work. They lost. It is what it is. That's when Kairi got knocked completely senseless. It is what it is. Alright, so they say that. They say the greatest tag team of the 21st century. And then Roman Reigns comes out. And his partner is Daniel Bryan. Yes! And he comes out with him. He's his partner. You see King Corbin come out from the crowd, and he has a ticket. I got a ticket! Second or third episode of AEW TV when they had that thing with DDP, Cody Rhodes, and when they were fighting back at wasn't All Out. It was right around Full Gear time. So hyping Full Gear. And Jericho, they were fighting, and then Jericho was like, I got a ticket, and he has a ticket stuck to his head. That was funny. That's funny. That's good shit. See, wrestling can be funny at times. But good funny. Not WWE funny. Good funny. That's all I gotta say about that. So we get to the match, and the match was okay. We see Roman Reigns and John Morrison in the ring. Morrison does some leg kicks. Reigns cuts him off. Bryan comes in, and they double team Morrison. Bryan dumps Miz to the floor. Follows some strikes on Morrison. Then he hits a suicide dive onto the Miz. Comes back in, hits a missile drop kick on John Morrison. Then he follows with some ground and pound. Comes for a near fall. We work up top, and Bryan hits an avalanche Hurricane Rana. But Morrison fights back, dumps Bryan to the floor. Miz slams him into the barricade. Shoulder first. Ow. Then Miz attacks Reigns off the Corbin distraction. As Morrison follows with a insane corkscrew dive to the outside over the ring post. That was pretty insane. As we go to break, we come back. Miz is in control. Morrison comes in. They double team Bryan for a little bit. Bryan battles back, but Miz cuts him off. They go up top. Bryan slips out and crotches the Miz in the balls. And Morrison comes in, stops the tag, hits the Shining Wizard for a near fall. Goes up top, looks for the 450 and missed it. Reigns gets the hot tag. Miz comes in. Reigns runs wild on Miz, beating him up. And goes for the Superman punch. And Morrison comes in and stops it with a disaster kick for a near fall. Then he hits a running knee, another near fall. Goes for Starship Pain and missed it as Reigns falls with a Superman punch. Goes for the ooh ah, the spear. Miz comes in, he hits the skull crushing finale. Looks to have the match won and almost won it. The 2.99999 count. Bryan makes the save. Barely. Bryan dumps Morrison to the floor, hits a suicide dive into the ring, into the announce table. And then it's cut up by the Miz. And Miz starts mocking Daniel Bryan doing this. And then he runs at Reigns. Reigns hits a Superman punch. Then he follows with the spear. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan get the win over Miz and Morrison. And that was pretty much it. So, actually I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. It was alright. But the problem I had with this match is, why do you book Miz and Morrison? I mean, they're going for the tag belts. Why don't you have a segment with the New Day? Or maybe a match. Like a non-title match with the New Day. Why have them get buried by Roman and Daniel Bryan? That's just saying we don't give a fuck about you and your tag belts and your tag title match at the Saudi show. You don't give a shit. Who booked this shit? It had to be Bruce Pritchard. It had to be. Because it wasn't Vince. It wasn't Hunter. I don't know who booked that shit. That's disrespect to Miz and Morrison, in my opinion. No, you're going after the tag titles. You're beating the New Day down week after week after week for the last couple of weeks. You beat them in matches. I think like 2 or 3 matches in a row. They beat them in singles matches. You get the hype going for them coming back as Miz and Morrison. You know, they did the dirt sheet last week. And then you throw them against Roman and Bryan and let them get buried. Stupid. Fucking stupid. But I digress on that. Afterwards, Corbin lays out Reigns with the scepter. And that's it as he walks out. And that ends SmackDown. But like I said, horrible fucking booking for the main event. Horrible. They couldn't pick anybody else besides, Miz and Morrison to go after Roman. You couldn't throw Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode in there. Why? No, Dolph was doing cock blocking with Mandy Rose and Otis. You couldn't have thrown them into a match later on. This is why the show sucked. Ed Mack, they only had 3 matches on the show. Everything else was segments and the Hogan interview and the Mandy Rose Otis thing. That was it. This felt like a fucking house show. Horrible fucking show. It's horrible. I mean, the 3 matches were decent, except for the Sheamus match. That was totally boring. The women's title match was okay. The main event was okay, even though it was bad booking. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. Final rating for SmackDown: 4 out of 10 stars. I hated it. I guess we're gonna have to see what happens next week on the show from Phoenix, Arizona. We got Goldberg on the show. Carmella versus Naomi for the number 1 contendership, the Bayley's title. See what happens with Bray Wyatt maybe next week. Maybe some storyline progression with John Morrison and The Miz and the New Day. I don't know. I'm surprised the New Day wasn't on the show. It is what it is, but we'll see what happens with that and much more next week on Monday Night SmackDown. And that's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching this video. Once again, 4 out of 10 stars for this SmackDown. Wasn't anything good at home about, so if you missed it, you didn't miss a lot. That's all I gotta say about that. So, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, put it down below in the comment section of this video, or hit me up via Facebook or Twitter. Twitter link down below in the description box. And also check out my previous 3 videos. Links are all down below in the description box, so check them out. Give them some love, and share them all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell to turn on all my notifications so you never miss an upload. So you don't miss out. Because if you do, you're missing out on a lot. I like to talk. And give you my opinion. This is what I do on my show. I give you my opinion on the WWE, on AEW, on Ring of Honor, and CZW, and other stuff in the world of professional wrestling. The sport of professional wrestling. Not sports entertainment. The sport of professional wrestling. That's what it is. Not sports entertainment. It's a sport. That's all I have to say about that. So that's it. Thank you for watching. Peter Gunn was signing off for my last video of the night. Maybe be back this weekend with some videos. Probably, I don't know what I'll do tomorrow. If there's anything comes up tomorrow, see what happens. If not, Sunday, I might maybe get the NXT TakeOver Portland review Sunday night after the pay-per-view goes down. We'll see what happens with that. If not, it'll probably be Monday night after I come home from work. Try to get it up before Raw goes on the air. And if not, it'll be Monday. But then my Raw review will be coming Tuesday afternoon before I go. After I come back from the doctor, and then I gotta go out. I gotta do the video. Then I gotta go out. I gotta go out Tuesday night because I gotta work Wednesday and Thursday morning. So to be at my parents' house on those days. So I'm not taking the bus at 6:30 in the morning. My job is like a few miles away. I can walk. I can basically walk there. It is what it is. That's it. That's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. Peter Gunn was signing off for this Valentine's Day. Got some pussy or some dick. If not, well, too bad for you. That's all I gotta say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm out. Peace, bitches.